Alright, so the next point is pretty similar to the previous one, but with different approach. And also to show you how easy it is to get really creative. Back in the day, I had these doors in my dorm that were super ultra squeaky. And I could not stand it till the day I thought that it's a crazy great sample. I had nothing in mind, I just thought it's a great sound that can be turned into something. So this step sounds: record a crazy sample and simply think of what this sound could fit into. After that, go to point 4, which was about executing your idea you have in mind. I'm sure that most of you guys have as modern phone as iPhone 5. From iPhone 5, the mic quality was decent enough to record cool samples. Of course, if you're a freak about good quality samples, then of course you can buy an external mic that will for sure record good quality sounds. But as I say, there's 99% chance that your phone mic is good enough. Be honest and tell me, how often do you feel uninspired and lazy enough to not do music? That happens pretty often for everybody. But I found another solution for that, and that's just recording samples. And it's as easy as it sounds. You just pull up your voice memos, record and just leave it. Leave it for a week, a month, a year. If you're hardcore, eventually after 1 year, you will feel uninspired. And that's the moment when you just pull up your folder with random samples and load it as MIDI to your Ableton and apply a reverb, EQ, erosion for example, and play different notes on it. And I'm sure that immediately you will get inspired to make something from it. And as I've said already, in the end, it doesn't have to be this sample, but this bass line or drums, for example, and you just leave those and get rid of the original sample and forget about it. But you end up with great idea for your next track. I literally had this squeaky doors. Alright, so how did I came up with this thing? First off, I thought of it could be some good build-up or something. And then what I did is just open a new MIDI channel and drag this sound into MIDI and change it to sampler, of course, as it is really a nice feature in Ableton. Then I was searching for some good spot on this thing. As you can hear, out of this poor sample, we could get really creative out of just simple squeaky door sample. And those sounds are pretty nice, but let's for now focus on how I did this thing. So I took this part here, right, something like this. So it's pretty stable, but going up in pitch. And that makes it really nice. And then, of course, add a sustain mode, as we did pretty often. Go from here and increase the crossfade here. Something like this. And then let's take our MIDI information that I already made and let's hear it. This is already pretty interesting. Then, of course, I've added OTT. Then we've added some reverb. As you can hear, this setting with this hi-hat, this size and this decay, and of course this diffuse, makes this sound really wide. I'll save it so you can use it later. that is a real pro tip from me here. Use the room reverb, especially in these settings here. Then what I love to add is pedal in distortion mode and really low dry wet. It works perfect on this sample here. Then what I add is EQ. Right? Subtle thing. Nothing else here. And then, of course, our lovely autopan. With the amount to 100% and the rate automated in BPM mode. As you can hear, the pedal works perfect in about 20% and a little more gain, since it leaves the sparkle here, but adds this high mid frequencies, which sounds pretty nice. Then we could add some reverb, for example, to kind of finish the sound with. Remember to use the diffuse option here, since it will boost the reverb without taking down the original sound. Let's hear how it sounds, the original one. The original one has a lot of more pedal, as you can see here, and different root. And some more detune up. Always remember to tune this sample. What we didn't do, actually, that is pretty bad. That usually will be pretty hard to tune it, since it's a recording, but I'm sure that with the tuner you will get good results. Okay, so let's leave it like this, and we are actually pretty much done here. If you look at the original one, it's pretty much some mid-side EQing and compression, which didn't do too much, so let's leave it like this. And then what I did is just added a sub bass, which was working in the same autopan like the Doors sample, which has to be done always. I just copied the autopan from the Doors to sub bass, and they sound together like this. With the drums. Now let's think of how can you use it in your unique way. As you could see previously, as we loaded the Squeaky Doors sample to the MIDI channel, I changed it to sampler and changed it to mono so it's easier to see what's going on. And we browsed through that sounds like an elephant, but that could be some weird modern pop lead, as I guess. So let's try to do it. I would like to add compressor so it's louder. We could go in every direction here since this sample is very melodic. And what do we have here? As you can hear, we could get some super nice impact effect right here. Let's add erosion, new white noise, and maybe OTT here. As you can hear, erosion can really destroy your sound in a good way. And as you can see, the reverb makes it way different. So let's actually record it. Let's add something like this here. Automate the peak going down. Cool thing. Now let's freeze the track and load it to an audio channel. And now we could add Autobahn to make it go like this, but with automation off. That is getting pretty insane right here. And here we have crazy nice sample that you can save and use in your own tracks. That has been made out of this thing to this. You can get insanely creative with audio effects and the sampler itself here. Also use this freeze function to simply and quickly freeze samples into audio instead of MIDI. I'll save the sample so you can use it yourself. And of course, feel free to check out this project template as you get it with the course.